Before you watch the race today, Catzy Croissant route Allez Allez Allez. I want to show you. Uh, it was New Jersey Day today for me, and I got this fantastic Peugeot Michelin reverse jersey, and it's even got the logos on the BP logos. It's a Santini manufacture, and it's fantastic. The quality is brilliant. I'll put a link in the description to where you can get this from. A little bit of history just before we go to the race. Uh, Peugeot Michelin were the team established in 1901 before the first Tour de France. This team, Eddie Merckx, Tom Simpson, race 4, won no less than 10 Tour de France's. The most successful cycling team ever. Won Giro d'Italia, España, 10 Tour de France's. And yeah, this was trying to inspire me to do well in the Allez 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 Croissant race today. Watch this space. Off we go. We're on Allez 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 course, Croissant course. It is nearly 15 miles, I think 400 feet of climb. I deliberately chose a prime Cat C race, roughly 6 o'clock British Standard Time, because I knew that would be the most challenging, the most competitive, and best experience for me. I've had a look at some of these riders are far more powerful, have faster sprints, higher watts per kilo than I do. But I've deliberately chosen this race because I want to get better. To do that, I need to be racing with riders that are better than me, and that doesn't necessarily mean going into Cat B or Cat A. That's the obvious thing to do, but I'm just going to get demotivated and blown away if I do a Cat A race or a competitive Cat B race. So 66 riders, and I wanted to be tactically non-naive here. So I was going to sit in the pack, do what they did, use the steamroller power-ups and the other power-ups at the correct time when they did, draft when they did. So this was a bit of a learning process, to be honest. Top left, 260, 259 watts average. So it's not easy staying in this front pack. It wasn't a doddle at 200 watts. I'm just looking at the comments there. I'm distracted by the comments. Half of the first lap, it's 2-lap race. Half gone, 8.4 to go, 5 miles gone, 150 feet climbed, 12, nearly 13 minutes elapsed. I've got to be honest, just sitting in the pack here was quite a challenge. I mean, for 13 minutes, I'm over my FTP there, and I'm meant to be drafting, so this is very competitive. The aim was to stay to the final little climb, which is to the finish on the second lap, and see what happens. Put it in, obviously. My objectives are to have fun. I keep saying that, and I want to learn, and I want to learn from better riders, and this is giving me that experience. So I'm going to push hard, try and hang on, don't get dropped on these mini climbs. There's one coming up here. At the end of the first lap, there's a bit of a tiny 100 metre, and then we just go down a little descent here, and then you run up to the end of the finish line for the first lap, and everyone's trying to attack here. You can see bottom left, 251 watts average. Yeah, that's almost my FTP. 3 watts a kilo. Sorry, 3.5 watts a kilo. I'm having to push here and stand up, getting almost 350 watts to just keep in this pack. There was no way I was going into that second lap being dropped on this next descent. I thought, I'm not having that. I can cope with these mini climbs, 400 feet or 15 miles. I mean, let's be honest, that's a flat course. I should be able to cope with that in a Cat C. It just felt more competitive than other Cat C races, and the volume of riders. I mean, it's obvious. It's what time was this race? I think 6:10 British Standard Time. So everyone's finished work, about to do exercise. So you're going to get a good participation, and you're going to get riders targeting this time. So just coming round here, 5.5 miles to go. As I said, I'm good at keeping that pipe, whatever. Just drafting there like everybody else. Some are using the steamroller over these cobbles. Just fast forward now. There's no breakaways. There's little mini attacks which are just stretching. Got the thumbs up there. They just stretch the pack. So then I'm on countdown, 4 miles, 3 miles. Can I last 2 miles? Just slowing it down here. Over 500 calories. I'm doing 100 RPM, and to stay in this pipe, I had to drop from the usual gear 14 to gear 13, but put over 100 RPM in. But it just felt comfortable today. It was much cooler in the UK today, more like 22 degrees rather than the 28 degrees in that shed the other day. So that was a bit of a bonus. 2.8 miles to go, 100 feet of climb, but we know that the savage attack is on that, actually on that last part. I could feel the pace stepping up, and I'm not in the pack here, which was worrying. I just lost a bit of power. I just get it back here, look, putting over 300 watts, get back in that pack, and then I can roll down to 2 miles and see what happens. 11 miles gone. Fast forward it, still in the pack. I was enjoying this, and I think people in the comments on previous videos have talked about racecraft, and I can see it's just more efficient, more optimised if you're being sensible and smart about your riding, not riding up at the front. I wasn't deliberately sat at the back of this pack here. I was struggling, so I would have loved to be in the middle there with 0.4 miles to go. So we're coming up to that little hill here. You can see someone's attacked at the front there. They're off 1 and 2. Believe it or not, I'm in the 40s here, so this group has really stuck together. I'm struggling here, really struggling. 250 watts and I can't keep in there, and there's one climb to go. I'm stuck in 42nd, and usually I would get caught by those 3 riders behind, 0 seconds behind, 0 and 0.3. But I thought, right, I'm going to put it in, stay sat down, put 350, 400 watts in. If I could, 400, I'm being a bit ambitious there. 350 watts, and as you can see, Becker's not catching there, he's dropped the wattage, and the other two are 0.1, 0.2 seconds now, and 0.6 seconds, so I've secured 42nd. Now you might not think that's an achievement, but for me that is a big achievement, and I'm averaging 244 watts top left for 32.5 minutes, a bit more. 3.2 watts a kilo. There you go. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Thank you.